Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of y'all who are returning, I thank y'all for coming back. And for those who are new, I appreciate y'all for joining the family. But in today's video, I just wanted to tell y'all a little bit more about myself. Because in my other videos, I don't really talk about myself too much. But I just wanted to come out here and do this video and just give y'all a little more insight about me and just about who I am. So the first thing I want to talk about is the fact that I'm a Christian, which is no secret because if y'all watch my content, then y'all know that I'm a Christian because I talk a lot about God, I talk a lot about Jesus, and just talking about my walk with the Lord and how He has really been helping me through a lot of things. So that's self-explanatory about me. I'm a Christian. But I also want to talk about my age. I'm 37 years old. I'm so proud to be 37, y'all. Like, I am just so ecstatic about being 37. I'm just thankful to the Lord every day that, He wake me up. And I just pray that I'll see many, many more. I don't know why, people, in particular women, are ashamed about the age, don't want to talk about the age, but I'm 37, okay? And proud of it. And I pray I see many, many more. But I also want to talk about, and this video is just, it's going to be conversational. No one asked me these questions, but I just feel like I should just let y'all in on, a little more about me, so that y'all can get to know me better. But I also want to talk about the fact that I'm single. Yes, I'm single at 37 years old. I don't want to really talk too much about being single because I want to do some type of series, some type of single series, because I am a single woman. So, I just want to, talk to other single women and just find something to do for y'all. So, but I will say I've been single for a long time. I'm kind of ashamed to say how long I've been single, but I haven't had a boyfriend since high school. I've dated a few guys, in my adulthood, but it's just always been, situationships, and I'm sure y'all know what situationships are. But yeah, it's been situationships, and so I've had a few of them. But I just, and I've been celibate for 10 years. So I've just been trying to make sure that I'm just really truly focusing on Jesus, fixing my eyes on Jesus. It hasn't really been that bad being single. I don't really, allow it to, to make me frustrated with me being single. Because I just feel like, like I said, I'm just trying to focus on Jesus and trying to do my best to, allow Him to change me and transform me. But I do want to be married. I do want to get married at some point in life. But of course, it's up to the Lord whether or not I'm supposed to be married or not. But I'm just, focusing on Him and allowing Him to help me and change my mind and just change my perspective on things. And I'm just, focusing on Him and allowing Him to change me, and so He can shape me and mold me in the way that He would want me to be for my husband. So yeah, I just like I said, it's not frustrating me to be single, but I do want to be married. But then sometimes I'll be like, Lord, am I even supposed to be married? Because it's taking so long. Like I said, I'm 37, so it's taking a long time. But I know that, if it's in God's plan for me, it'll happen when it's supposed to. I don't want it to happen before it's supposed to because I'm not desperate, y'all. So I don't want just any old man just to say that I have a husband. I really truly want, the man that God has for me. So, moving along, I also want to talk about, where I live. I live in South Carolina. I think I said it in my chocolate, s'more cookie video that I did, the vlog that I did. I'll put it here, a link in here so y'all can go check it out. But I talked about it a little bit in there. I live in South Carolina. I'm not going to tell the exact city, the exact town I live in, just for personal reasons and for safety reasons. And then plus, everyone doesn't have to know, where I live at. But I do live in South Carolina, and I live in a very small town in South Carolina. But I love living in a small town because, I don't like a whole lot of people. I don't like a whole lot of confusion, hustle and bustle. I really just like the calm and the quietness of a small town, and the town that I live in. That's what it gives me. It gives me that quietness that calm. You know, if I want to travel to a bigger city, I do that, but then I just like come at home to the calm. But I like living in South Carolina. I'm a South Carolina girl. But yeah, oh, I forgot something when I was talking about my age. My birthday is March the 17th, but yeah, so I live in South Carolina. I'm a proud South Carolinian. You know, it's not bad living in South Carolina. Like I said, it's quiet and quaint. But anyway, let me move on, because yeah, I be trying my best to not get on here just talking my head off, but I be trying to move on and, you know, not make the videos too long. But alright y'all, moving on. I also want to talk about the fact that I live at home. I live at home with my parents. I still live at home. Y'all might be saying, girl, you 37 and living at home with your parents? Yes, I do. But for me, you know, a lot of people might think, oh, someone's 37 living home with their parents, that means they're lazy, they're mature, they don't do anything. But the last thing is that I'm lazy. You know, as much as I do every single day, can't no one call me lazy. I know I'm not lazy. And that's not, you know, that's not the issue, because the last time I worked was October 2021. I had a work from home job, and it was temporary. So once it ended, I started back looking for jobs in like December 2021, up until now. But I did take a few months off from looking, because it can be very frustrating trying to find a job. And I know people probably saying, girl, there's so many jobs out there, you can find a job, you just don't want one. But I feel like people don't know until they know, until they are in your situation, they're in your shoes. They don't really know how hard it is and what kind of struggle it is to find a job. But I definitely, you know, have been looking. I filled out so many applications, and so I just had to, you know, pause for a minute, because it's just so much. It is so frustrating when you're just taking your time and, you know, filling out all these applications, and you constantly get met with no after no after no after no. So at some point I was like, okay, Lord, I really need your help, really need your guidance, because it may be something else that I'm supposed to be doing instead of looking for a job. And so, you know, I kind of paused a little bit, and that's kind of what led me to do this channel. And I talked about that in my first video. I'll link it so y'all can go check it out. But so yeah, I'm definitely not lazy. I do so much around the house. And so I just, you know, I just try my best to ignore when people have ignorant comments, or when people feel like they know my life and know what I'm going through just because I'm not working. I'm like, oh, well, I know you just don't want a job because you're lazy. But people all the time are going to, you know, judge your situation, and they don't even know what's going on. So I just try to ignore, you know, people and just their ignorance. But I live at home with my parents, but I'm just so thankful to be able to be here with my parents, to, you know, have this time with them, to interact with them, to bond with them, you know, because so many people, like sometimes people move hours away from their parents. And for me, you know, that's just not, you know, what I like. I couldn't imagine being so far away from my parents. And people like, you ask me, how long? And somebody might say, well, it's been 3 years since I've seen my parents. I can't imagine that. So, you know, I just really truly want to embrace the time that I have with my parents and spend with them. You know what I'm saying? Because once the time is lost, you can't get it back. And when someone is gone, you can't get that time back. So I just really enjoy spending time with my parents and being here with them, being able to, you know, bond with them. And then also my dad, he has a lot of, you know, health issues. He's not incapacitated or, you know, bedridden or anything, but he has a lot of issues going on, a lot of things going on. And so I'm able to be here for him, you know, help take care of him when he's going through something. And also to give my mom that moral support, because if any of y'all are caregivers, y'all know that, you know, it's hard, you know, kind of taking care of people, because it can get a little stressful. But I'm just so thankful that I'm able to be here, you know, with them, to go to doctor's appointments and just do different things. And so I'm just, you know, I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world. And I really, truly am thankful to the Lord that I can be here with them. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and just tell y'all a little bit about me, just talk a little bit about the things that, you know, make me who I am, and it's just who I am as a person. And so I just feel like y'all should just, you know some things about me. Like I said, the first video that I did was kind of introduction video to my channel. It was just introducing, you know, me and what my channel would be about, why I wanted to start my channel. But this one right here, I feel like it was a little more personal. I gave, you know, talk to y'all about my age and me being single, me being a Christian, and just different things. And so that's why I just wanted to do this video. And I hope y'all have enjoyed this video and enjoyed finding out a little bit more, and have enjoyed finding out a little bit more about me. And so I just really hope that y'all have enjoyed this video. And if y'all have, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I will see y'all next time. Bye. I'll see y'all next time.